Hello friends, welcome back to Automation Tech Guru. In my last video, we have seen a roadmap to help manual testers a transition from manual testers to automation testers and become an automation expert. And I have also discussed key challenges of manual testers. To overcome these challenges during transition phase and making manual tester to an automation experts, I'm creating another I'm creating another video series where I will showcase you all the core automation tools with practical examples. This video series will consist of three different videos including UI automation testing tool, API automation testing tools and BDD framework. This will give you a chance to start work on automation testing using these tools and become an automation expert. Let's start. So UI automation testing tool. This will be a part one. In part one, we will see Selenium using Python, Playwright using JavaScript, Cypress using JavaScript, Appium using Python, Puppet, Puppeteer using JavaScript, and UI.Vision. So these are the six automation testing tool which is used for the UI automation. In API automation testing tools, part of 2, we will see Postman, Rest Assured, Rest Sharp, SOAP UI, Karate, and Newman CLI for Postman. So these are the six automation tool which is useful for API automation. Next is Core BDD framework. This will be the part 3. In this we will see Cucumber, SpecFlow, Behave, JBehave, Serenity BDD, TestNG plus Cucumber, and PyTest hyphen BDD. So these are the 7 testing tools which will create a BDD framework. So how we can create our own core BDD framework using these different tools. So before going forward, let me introduce my training program. It is the registration is open for manual testers, a transition into automation. Selenium with C Sharp, basic to advanced level, 22 hours training program, and I'm creating starting this weekend and weekdays batches. So weekend batch start from 25th Jan 2025, and the timing will be 9:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. IST, and weekday batches will start from 27th Jan, that will be from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. IST to 10 a.m. IST. So these are the two different batches I am going to start, and each day we have a session of 2 hours. So each session having 2 hours session. And what we will include in this training: Selenium with C Sharp 9 hours, basic and advanced topic, POM using SpecFlow, that is page object model, 6 hours, SpecFlow and BDD framework design, extend report integration, that is 3 hours, and REST Sharp API automation, that is 4 hours. So it will include API REST API testing framework. So this is the training plan and how we can register. So just need to send a mail me for a registration at the rate tejpal channel at the rate gmail.com. At this email ID you can send the registration and ask for the details. So I will share all the required details, and then we can start from the 25th of Jan for weekend batch, and 27th Jan from the big day batch. So before going to the automation testing tool, let's understand the automation testing basics. So what is the automation testing? Automation testing involves using software tools to execute test cases automatically, compare actual outcomes with expected outcomes, and report results. It is a critical component of the software development lifecycle, enabling faster and more reliable testing. Key component of automation testing: Automation tools, software used to create and run automated test, that is Selenium, Playwright, Appium, test script. So code written to automate test cases using tools or programming languages, test data, input data required for the test execution, and test framework. A structured setup combining libraries, tools, and best practices to facilitate automation. Steps in automation testing. So first, test tool selection. So before going to start automation testing, you have to uh, uh, choose a tool that best fits the application and environment. Test case selection. So you have to identify the test cases which need to be automated. That is, for example, a repetitive task or high risk or time consuming test. So you cannot write all the test cases, you cannot automate all the written test cases, but you can select the test cases which is required to be automated or which is more or less again and again need to be run or execute. Create test script, write a script using the chosen automation tool, execute tests, run the scripts and capture the result, analyze report, verify if the tests pass or fail, maintenance, update the script as the application evolve. So maintenance means you need to enhance your automation script based on the features added to the application. What is the difference between the automation and manual testing? So this is basic difference from the manual to automation. First is execution. So perform manually by testers, and in the automation testing, it is performed by the automation or automated tool or script. Speed. So for manual tester, obviously it is human dependence. So it depends on the human efficiency. It is slower, but in the automation, it is faster. Tools too can execute multiple tests quickly. Even it can be run parallelly. Cost. Accuracy, so it is prone to human error, but in the automation testing, highly accurate. Once we write the script, it can be executed. Cost, lower initially cost but higher long term cost, but in the automation, higher initially investment, cost effective over time. Reusability, test case need to be re-executed manually, but in the automation, test case script can be reused across the project. So whenever you want to execute the regression test or in different environments, then the automation scripts are more reliable and uh, effective in terms of test cases execution or re-execution. Scope best for exploratory and ad hoc testing. Automation best for the regression, load, and repetitive tasks. Required skill for manual tester, you need a required domain and testing knowledge. But for automation testing, obviously, you need to learn any kind of a programming language like C Sharp, Java, Python, Ruby, whatever you prefer, and tools also. Report in manual testing, you need to generate the manual report, but in the automation, you can generate the automatic report as well. When to use automation? So, as I said, regression testing, performance testing, repetitive or monotonous test case, large data set of multiple environment. If you want to run any existing test cases in multiple require environment, you can go with the automation test. High risk features. When to use manual testing? Even though you are doing the automation testing or you are writing the automation script, you have to use some kind of test case in manual testing also, like exploratory test, usability test, test case without clear requirement, or ad hoc or short term tests. So these are the some basic test cases we can where you can apply the manual testing. So let's begin with the UI automation testing tool, and this is the part one video. So first we will go with the Selenium using Python. So introduction. So Selenium, introduction to Selenium. Selenium is a popular open source tool for automating web browser. It is widely used for testing web applications, automating repetitive web-based tasks, and supporting DevOps pipelines. Why use Selenium? So it is a cross browse testing, like support major browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, and more. Cross platform support, it works on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux as well. Language support, so it is compatible with multiple programming languages including Java, Python, Ruby, C Sharp, JavaScript as well, and etc. Integrations, so easily it can be integrated with CI/CD tools like Jenkins, version control like Git, and test framework like TestNG and Unit. Advantages of Selenium. So obviously it is open source and free, support multiple browsers and platform, flexible integration with other tools, a strong community support, limitations. So it cannot automate desktop application, require programming knowledge for advanced use cases, maintenance of test script can be challenging. Step 2, so environment setup for Selenium. So from here we will do the step by step learning for the Selenium. So second step is environment setup for Selenium. So install Python. For installing the Python, you need to download and install Python from http python.org. So let's go to the browser and python.org. So you can just go to the python.org website and you can see download, and this is the download for window if you are using window. So you can download this 3.1.1, and once you click on it, it will start the downloading. Since I already downloaded and installed, so let me open Python. Yeah, this is the Python 3.11. So I think now it is new one. So let's download this also, and maybe it will upgrade. So let's open this folder and okay. So install now, and you can click on it. Let me install this. I think it will upgrade whatever I'm already having, right? So let's see. Okay. Once it is installed, what we need to do next is install IDE. For IDE, you need to use the PyCharm or Visual Studio Code for Python development. Okay, now uh, let's search for the PyCharm also. So PyCharm download. It will be available in jetbrain.com, and just go to the download PyCharm, and this is the PyCharm Professional. I think it is for okay. So you can download from this version. You can see it's 64-bit or this is the 32-bit. You can just click on download and you can install this. I already have a PyCharm in my machine. So I think for if you want to use free, right? So free built on Python open source. So you can download PyCharm Community Edition. That is the for uh, Python development. Okay. So this is already set up. It's installed. And now once you click on this download, the exe will be installed, downloaded, and you need to proceed with the installation. So I already have a PyCharm also. See, so how it looks like, we can see here. Okay, what next? So once you install the Python and PyCharm, you need to install the Selenium. So how you can do that? That is pip install Selenium, or you can directly download from the this file. So let me create first we will create one project here, and then we will download that, sorry, install the Python. So this will be the Selenium. So you just need to change the name of the project. It will create in this URL. Okay, and then create. Okay, next is we will install the Selenium, and also we can install the browser drivers. For Chrome, you just need to go to this developer.chrome.com, Chrome driver downloads. So let's go there also. This is for the developer. Yes, it's already there. So for that, what you need to do, go to the link Chrome for testing availability dashboard. So this is the URL, and in the downloads you can see this saying that Chrome for testing availability. Once you click on it, it will go to the all the stable Chrome for testing availabilities, right? So you can see here these are the Chrome drivers which you can download based on your uh, operating system. So for Linux, Mac X. So what we need to download? We need to download Chrome 32 or 64. So just copy this, okay, and when you paste here, it will start directly start the downloading. Since I already didn't downloaded this, right, Chrome driver 62 and 32, so I'm just using 32. Let me open this folder. So you can see here this is the Chrome driver. You just need to copy this, and we have created this new folder, right? So we will go to this folder from here, and I think in this, yeah, this is the PyCharm, and this is the Selenium project, and you can paste here Chrome driver. So this is done. And if you want to use the Firefox, so what you can do, you can go to this github.com Firefox Gecko driver. So that is also I will show here. So go to uh, Gecko driver. You can just search for it. This is the release, Gecko release. Okay, and you can download from this website. Yeah, this will give you the Gecko driver, and how you can install it will give the all the instructions here. Next is, yeah, this is done. So next is learn Python basics for Selenium. So let me first see if I can uh, add something here. Let me close this everything, and from Selenium. So this is not installed, right? It is saying that install package Selenium. So let's click on it. So it automatically installs. So you don't want to go for any prompt, right? You can download. See, it's saying that installing package Selenium. So once this is installed, we can use the Selenium directly from here. So whatever package you want to add, it will allow us to install from the PyCharm itself. So don't want to create any kind of see, it's saying that package installed successfully. Okay. Now next is, so basic Python codes are there, right? So like variable data type, so you can directly create a variable. Don't want to initialize or don't want to declare, you just directly you can initialize it. So how to do that? You can write like num equals to 1, okay, and a string if you want to use any string, right, str and equal to welcome. So in this way you can write the code for the um, any specific variable or data type. So it is not is explicitly required data type. Conditional, so if you want to use conditions, you can write if num is greater equals to 4, and then what we can do, we can print. So directly you can print, okay. So in this way you can use the conditional, or even you can use a loop, for loop for I in range. So syntax is for, okay, for I in a range, and you can give the range 1 to 5 or 0 to 5, right? And then you can just close with this colon, and you can print number I. So it will print I. Okay. So this is for the loop. Next is functions. How you can create functions? For that you need to use the def greet def sum, and what you can pass, you can use num1 or num1 or num2. Okay, and this function will return what? So you can use return num1 plus num2. Simple. And if you want to print it before return, you can print. Or what you can do, you can use here, write num3 or result. You can use result equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, and then you can print here result, whatever result is coming you can print, and after that you can return also. Okay, so this is the now when you use this sum, so once you pass the detail for it, you can use this function. Next is working with the Selenium WebDriver. So launching the web browser. So how we can launch it? From Selenium import. So from Selenium import WebDriver. Okay. Now on this already, since Selenium is installed, right? You can directly write the code here. I'm removing other code, and okay. Now next is driver equal to, so driver, or you just need to use the this will be the variable. So driver WebDriver dot Chrome. Okay, and you can pass the path, but you are, if you are we already paste the Chrome here, right, in the same project file, so it not required any path. Then what we can do next is driver dot get. So driver dot get, and you can pass the URL. So what URL you want to pass? HTTPS google.com or whatever website you want to open. Okay, and then after completing this, driver dot quit. Now let's run this, if it can run. So you can see, yeah, this launched the browser. Okay, now move to next. Locate element. So how we can locate the element? By ID, by name, by class, by XPath, by CSS selector, or maybe text, link text, or partial text. So these are the some locators. 8 locators are there, right? So how you can do that? Driver dot find element and ID, username, and dot send keys and test user. So you can use this simple method for doing that. Then perform actions. So for clicking, you can use the driver dot find element ID, whatever button ID, and submit dot click. Next is get text. So how you can pass the test, get test. So you can get the test. I think this is closed. Some issue with this, right? So it is having some issue. Maybe okay, file does not exist. Some issue is there, but this is the way to write the code. Now if you want to use like a message and you want to find the text, right? So driver dot get text. I think get text also, driver dot or make you can use the find element. So this is the method find elements. You can pass in single in double quotes ID and comma, whatever screen you will find in google.com, right, or any website, welcome message or whatever is there, and then dot, sorry, dot text. So it will give you the text message, and you can print this in like this, print message. Okay, so in this way you can write the code. Now next is synchronization. So for synchronization, basically we use the how we can handle timing issues. So for this we can use the implicit wait, that is driver dot implicit wait. How we can write driver dot driver dot implicit wait. Yes, you can pass the number, whatever number you want, it will wait for that certain number of time, right? And then next is explicit wait. So how you can write this code? For the explicit code, for that you need to use from Selenium dot WebDriver dot support UI. So you need to just import the different WebDriver dot support and UI support dot UI for the, and then import WebDriver WebDriver wait, right? And also you can use the same and just copy and paste here, and in the support you can use common for the your locator. This is by for the locator, common dot y, and import we can put here by. Okay, now you can write here by id, by text. Okay, and then third one is support import execute condition. So again just paste this and support import executable condition exe. Okay, this is not okay, we need to remove this. Yeah, expected condition, sorry, expected condition is easy, you can use easy. That's it. So now how we can write the wait? So wait equal to, then WebDriver, you can use this WebDriver wait, and you can pass as driver comma 10, the time. Okay, why it is saying this? Okay, it will be a driver dot driver like this, and 10 is positive argument after keyword. Okay, now next is what you can do. You can write element. So you need to find element, right? Element equal to wait until, wait dot until, or in the until you can use ec dot element. See, you can find those methods which is conditional method, right? Element to be clickable, element to be located, text to be present, visibility, element to be selected, whatever a condition you want to measure it, you can put here like clickable or anything. So I think I can put this, and okay, and here you can use the by dot id, and comma, put a comma, and that id, that is the element id, whatever uh, element control id is there. So element underscore id, something like that. So in this way you can write the wait. So it will wait until this text to be presented in element. or something like that. You can add your condition, expected condition. So next is advanced interaction. So for handle frame driver dot switch to, how you can write, you can just go to the driver dot switch. Okay, this will come in some element e equals to driver switch. No, it's not coming. Driver dot switch to dot frame. I think we need to add some more common UI. Yeah. So in this way you can write this also. Next is handle alerts. So alert equal to driver dot switch to, I think driver dot switch to, why it is not coming. Oh, okay. Where is the driver? So driver is not initialized here, right? Here you can use this. Now it will come. Yeah, sorry, it was before driver. So this is the element actually. We initialize element here and we are writing before that. So driver dot switch to, and you can use dot frame alert window active, whatever after switch to you can use alert frame window. So you can see here for frame you can use dot frame, for alert you can use dot alert and alert dot accept, right? Next is multiple windows. How you can handle multiple windows? So main window driver dot current window dot handle underscore handle, and then for handle in driver window handles driver switch, dot switch to dot window. So whichever handle you want to whichever window you want to handle, you can use it. Now next is build a text framework. Okay, so to create a test framework, right? How you can do that? So component of the framework, you should have the folder structure. You can create drivers, test, and utils. So you just what you need to do. Sorry, we were here, right? Selenium synchronization builder. Yeah, sorry, we were here, right? So what you need drivers, test, and util. So what we can do? You can just go to the Python here. You can right right click and add the folders. These are the external libraries and new, and you can use these the Python package directory, right? So you can click on directly and what are the directory name? Drivers. Okay. No, sorry, it is wrong. Rename drivers. Okay, refactor. So drivers, then you can use test util. So this is the common basic structure you can use, folder structure, and then use Python for test execution. So you need to install the PyTest. And how you can use that? You can use pip install PyTest and then build a test framework. So for that you need to import the PyTest. So what we can do? We can directly install from here. So what we can do? We can use here import PyTest. Okay. py test. So now it will ask for the installation. You can install from here directly. Yes, you can install the PyTest from here. So it's saying that installing package PyTest. So you don't want to go to for the command prompt or anywhere. You can directly download from here also from the PyCharm ID. So let's install. See, it's saying package installed. Now next is dev test example assert 1 to 1. Then reporting, for reporting you can use Allure for detailed report. Pip install Allure PyTest. So for this, I think it will also use import Allure. If I go back, Allure hyphen PyTest. I don't know it is there or not. No module. Okay, so you need to install from there only. Okay, now in this way you can write for the reporting also. Next is Selenium grid. So set up the Selenium grid. You need to download and run Selenium server, then register nodes for to the hub, and then if you want to run the test in parallel, you can use pytest minus n flag with pytest x this. This is the command you can use by pip install pytest x dist pytest minus n 4. So it will run 4 test cases parallel. Continuous integration. So integrate with the Jenkins. So also Selenium can be integrated with the Jenkins. You can create a Jenkins job and configure the pipeline. You can trigger tests as part of the build pipeline. And for the version control, you can use Git. So push automation script to the GitHub or GitLab. And then next is practice projects. So whatever we have learned here, right? We can how we can practice to it. So simply you can use the sample projects like automate a login page, open a browser, enter credential and verify. You can go to the google.com, gmail.com. You can log in with the Gmail ID and password. You can create your new user in the Gmail or whatever login page you can find in the on it. You can automate that, or you can use the e-commerce checkout flow. So you can go to any e-commerce website and add item to cart, proceed to the checkout and validate the order completion, something like that. You can practice with this code for the Selenium and Python. Next is next tool is Playwright using JavaScript. So before that I can close this. Okay, and let's close everything which is not required. Yeah, so we will see the Playwright using JavaScript. So introduction to it, Playwright. Playwright is an open source automation framework for end-to-end testing of web applications developed by Microsoft. It enables robust and scalable testing by supporting multiple browsers and platforms. Playwrights allow you to write test in JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, C Sharp, and Java. Playwright is a testing tool, testing framework that automates browser sections by providing a unified API for interacting with browsers like Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. It's ideal for testing modern web applications as it supports features like real-time DOM interaction, network interception, and more. Why use Playwright? So it is again cross-browser support, work with the Chromium, Chrome and Edge, WebKit, Safari and Firefox. It language support, it supports multiple languages like JavaScript, Java, TypeScript or Python, C Sharp, Java, cross-platform. So it can work in Windows, Mac OS and Linux. End-to-end testing. It covers everything from navigating a web page to the verifying user interaction element, interface element. Fast and reliable, offers features like auto waiting for elements and retrace for flaky tests. Headless and headed mode. So you can run the test cases in the background using headless browser, or visually you can have with the head and browser for debugging. Key features. So cross-browsing testing, you can write a single test case and run across multiple browsers. Waiting, so you don't want to write any implicit waiting and automatically waits for the element to be ready before interacting. Parallel execution, run tests concurrently for faster feedback. Network interception, simulate different network conditions or mock API responses. Browser context, create isolated browser session to test multiple user scenarios. Visual testing, capture screenshots, PDFs, and videos during test execution. Emulation, simulate different devices, geolocation, and permissions. Advantages, robust cross-browser support ensures consistent behavior across multiple browsers. Rich API provides powerful capabilities like network mocking and trace generation, open source and free, actively maintained by Microsoft and supported by the growing community. Modern web testing supports modern web features like Shadow DOM and WebSockets. Introduction to the parallel testing. Reduce test execution time by running tests in parallel. Limitations, learning curve, advanced feature like network mocking or multiple context testing can be complex for the beginners. Limited community compared to the Selenium, although growing rapidly, it has a smaller ecosystem compared to older framework like Selenium. Reuse or resource uses. Running tests in multiple browsers simultaneously can be resource intensive. Step two is setting up the Playwright. So first we need to install the Node.js. Where so download and install from Node.js from this nodejs.org. So let's go to the website. Here you can use Node.js. Yes, nodejs.org, and yeah, you can download run JavaScript everywhere. And this is the Node.js version for the Windows. You can download from here. I think I already downloaded from here. So yeah, this is the Node.js. This is the Node.js. If you want to install, you can just prompt this. I think I already installed. I think Node.js already installed. Yeah, this is already installed in my machine. So no need to install again. Let me close this. Okay. Now next is install Visual Studio Code for writing Playwright script. So for script writing, you just need to go to the Visual Studio Code download. So this is the website you can download from here. So it's saying that yeah, you can use zip folder, user installer, system installer, or Windows 10. So okay, Visual Studio documentation you can see from here. Yeah, this is the download. Direct link open. It's download not starting. So it's already started. You can see. So let me set up this. You can see, and this is the Visual Studio downloads. And let's go to this. It will install Visual Studio Code. We just need to go to next and install. So let's next is install Playwright, create a new project. For installing Playwright, you need to use this code. it will launch. Okay, now so we can search for Playwright. So here you can use name text file, open file. Yeah, Playwright here. Okay. So you can see here install Playwright Visual Studio from extension Playwright and install. Once install, open the panel and type install Playwright. So it is installed. Test colon. It's not going. Run debug. Yeah, you need to install this also. So for this, you need to search here, download Playwright installation. Yeah, or you can search for the Playwright for Visual Studio. Download. Yeah, so this is the code. Yeah, you can install this. Let's install this also. Open Visual Studio Code. Yeah, now it is showing. So install this one, Playwright test for Visual Code. Next is you can just use this command to create a new project. So this is installed now, and next is this is installed. Yeah, you can directly from here install test. You can search here, right? Test. Why it is not showing here? Okay, we already installed this Playwright, right? Next is install Playwright. We already installed that. It is saying if you don't have Playwright npm package install in your project, if you are starting new testing, install Playwright action from the command panel. So where is the command panel? Testing. So you can see here, search for the npm Playwright npm. So it's already given in this community, right? Playwright.dev. So you can go through this and add whatever is required, right? So what next is you can create a project with using this command. Then you can install npm install playwright test and write playwright install. Then before going to next is we can learn some JavaScript basics. So Playwright is primarily used with the JavaScript, Java test, JavaScript and type test, but it also support the Python, C Sharp, and Java. Essentially, essential JavaScript concept is variable, so you can write let, constant. These are the some data type we can use in this. And then next is conditional, so you can use the conditional if num equal num greater than 5 console.log for the print. So these are the some basic JavaScript basic you need to learn before using it in Playwright. Next is learn JavaScript basic in like loops, then functions, how you can write the function. You can use a for loop, let I is greater than equal to sorry equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus console I. So in this way you just need to learn some basic syntax and basic JavaScript programming. Next is writing your first playwright test basic test script. You can use constant test expect required playwright test my first test asynchronous page await page dot go to. You can go to the URL, then constant title you can type or expected to be example domain whatever is coming, right? Then you can run the test case using npx playwright test. And if you want more in this playwright using JavaScript, you can comment on my video. I can create one full uh, video for only for the playwright where you can use Selenium and JavaScript and Visual Studio code to write the automation test script. So I will create a video for that if you ask. Next is playwright core concepts. So browser context, isolated session for testing. In this you can use the constant context await browser.next context and page equal to await context.new page. For locators you can use CS for CSS selector you can use await page.locator button.login.click. Then text you can use await page.locator. Maybe I can show you in this, right? You can see page.go to, then expect page to title, page.go to, page.get by role. So these are the some commands which can be used for it, right? There are a wide range of documentation is given for the playwright. You can go to this website and you can find those commands easily. For XPath, you can use await page.locator button text equal to login.click. Then you can use the assertion validate conditions in playwright built-in assertion. So how you can you do that? Await expect page.locator heading one dot have to have text welcome. So this heading one should have the welcome text, and that will compare. How we can handling the advanced scenario pop-ups. So for pop-up you can use await pop-up dot wait for load state and then console.log await pop-up title. whatever purpose coming. Frames, for frame you can use page.frame. So it is not a driver, it's just a page. Whatever page you are using, you can use the page.frame and then frame name, await frame.click. You can use the button submit. Okay, file upload. How you can upload the file? The await page.set input file. This is the input file and this is the path. The input type equal to file and this is the file path. So you can upload from here. Handling multiple window, how we can do that? So constant new page, await promise all context dot wait for event, a page event and page dot click. So you can have multiple pages. Target is underscore blank. So in this way you can find out multiple window. You can handle multiple windows. Synchronization, since Playwright automatically handle most timing issues, but explicit wait can be added if necessary. So there are no need to implicit wait. Use implicit wait because it is not required. It is wait for a particular time. But for the explicit wait, if you want to wait for element, you can use await page dot wait for selector. This is the element, and this is the explicit wait. Wait for a navigation, you can use wait for navigation. uh, Other tests, framework features, so Playwright test runner you can build. So it is having a built-in test runner with fixtures, hooks and parallel execution. Fixtures and hooks define usable setup and tear down logic. Like you can use test dot before each synchronize page, await page dot go to and website. Next is data-driven test. So for data-driven, if you want to parameterize the test case, like right, so you can pass the username one, user one, password one, user two, password two, and use constant for credential for cred, and then await page dot fill username one, cred dot username, username, and cred dot password, and you can await page dot click. You can click on it. For reporting and debugging and generate HTML report, use the built-in reporter. You can use bash npx playwright test reporter equal to HTML. It will generate the HTML report. Debugging tool run in headed mode. If you want to run in headed mode, what you can do, you can use npx playwright test headed debug step by step wait page dot pause. So it will uh, step by step pausing or debugging, right? Next is parallel execution and CI integration. Parallel integration, Playwright supports parallel test execution out of box. Like you can use npx playwright tests --bucker equal to 4. CI/CD interaction integration. So integrate with the GitHub actions. Use Playwright pre-configure GitHub action template and run test case in Jenkins. So you can configure a Jenkins job to execute the npx playwright test command. Practice projects. So initially you can use a login page using enter credentials, submit and validate the welcome message, then automate the e-commerce website, and you can use the add the item to the cart, proceed to the checkout and verify your the orders. So as I said, if you want a more explanatory video on Playwright, you can just comment out. I can create one full video only for the Playwright, where you can have the all the configuration, all the installation, and then we will have our own first script, or maybe we can create a automate login page for the practice project. Okay, next is dynamic wave element. So handle changing DOM elements on a new website or stock ticker page. So this was the Playwright. Now Cypress. So Cypress is also a automation tool. So what is Cypress or introduction? So Cypress is a modern and open source JavaScript based end-to-end testing framework designed for web application. It is built with developers and QA engineer in mind, offering fast, reliable, and easy to maintain test automation. Unlike traditional tools, Cypress operates directly in the browser, enabling real-time interaction with application under test. Cypress is a developer-friendly test automation framework that simplifies writing, running, and debugging tests. It is primarily focused on testing web applications, offering end-to-end integration and unit testing capabilities. Cypress provides powerful features such as real-time reloads, automatic waits, and highly interactive test runner. Introduction to Cypress. Why use Cypress? Developer-centric design, so built in with the developers in mind, and making it intuitive and easy to use. Fact feedback loop, immediate test results with real-time reloading, interacting debugging, test failure can be debugged directly in the browser with detailed error messages and stack trace. Automatic waiting, no need for manual waits. Cypress automatically wait for the DOM update element to appear or XHR request to resolve. Rich ecosystem provides built-in support for mocking, stubbing, and network interceptions. Key features for the Cypress real-time test runner, a graphical interface that shows test results in real time, provides an interactive view of commands and application state. Cross-browser testing supports testing in modern browsers like Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. Time travel snapshots of each test steps are taken, allow users to travel back in time to inspect the state of the application. Automatic waiting, uh, Cypress waiting for elements to be ready before executing. Introduction to Cypress command, reducing flakiness, network and interception, easily mock stub and spy on HTTP requests, built-in assertions. It provides a rich set of assertions for verifying application behavior. Advantages of Cypress. So it is fast and reliable. Tests can run directly in the browser, making them faster and more reliable than Selenium-based tool. Developer friendly, offers a simple and insu- intuitive API with excellent documentation. Comprehensive testing supports end-to-end integration and unit test. Detailed debugging provides detailed logs, screenshots, and videos for test failures. No Selenium. No operation without the complexity of Selenium, offering a simpler alternative. Limitations. So limited browser support, does not support Internet Explorer or Safari. Single domain testing cannot interact with multiple domain in a single test due to browser security restriction. JavaScript only. So tests can be only written in JavaScript or TypeScript, no other language. Mobile testing, while it supports responsive testing, it cannot automate real mobile device. How to set up the Cypress? So next is setting up. Install Node.js, download the Node.js and install Node.js. We already installed it. Install Cypress, initialize the new project. So I think this, let's install Cypress command. Yeah, so you can use this documentation. Installing Cypress. Install Cypress by package manager. It will install Cypress locally as dependency. Make sure you have installed Node.js. You have already run npm initialize. I already installed Node.js. Npm initialize. Let's see what it is. node module folder package JSON while the root for your project ensures Cypress is installed correctly. Package manager. If I use npm, let me use this. I don't know if it is correct or not. Install Cypress hyphen save, then no space with dab. No ambient should be run outside of the in your normal cell. Press Control D, normal cell. Okay, the package is only one turn support. Power cell. Okay, so these are the commands which we can initialize for the new projects. Next is open Cypress, run the test Cypress test runner. For this, you can use npx Cypress open, then learn JavaScript. So for the Playwright, sorry, Cypress is primarily used for the JavaScript, and it's already same which we have already discussed, right? This is not Playwright, but this is basically a Cypress. Next is, so same JavaScript you can use writing your first Cypress test folder structure. Cypress automatically create a following structure, that is Cypress end-to-end fixtures and support. Create your first test, so add new file under Cypress E2E, and then you can use describe my test first test. It visits the Cypress website, cy dot widget. This is the cypress.io dot content JavaScript end-to-end testing framework should be visible. So in this way, you can write your test case, run the test case, use the Cypress test run to select and execute the test case. Next is core Cypress features. So interacting with the element, clicking cypress.get button.click, typing, you can get the input cypress.get input name username dot type test user. How to assert, so you can use cypress.get hide heading one dot should be content text welcome. Then locators, you can use cypress.get for the selecting element. By selector, you can use cypress.get login button, or for by attribute you can use the data testing submit. By contains, you can use content.login.click. So it's having their different locators, right? Their own locators. Assertion, Cypress has built-in chai assertions, that is cy.url should be include dashboard, get alert should be have dot class error. Handling advanced scenarios, so network request, so interact and intercept API calls and mock response, you can use cypress.intercept date get API user fixer user.json dot as get users dot visit users dot wait get users file uploads. uh, cy- uh, Cypress.get input type equal to file dot select file, and you can upload Cypress fixtures file dot PDF, so you can upload from here. And then dynamic data using fixtures, so Cypress dot fixtures user dot then user, and Cypress dot get user type username. Handling at for custom the commands, define usable extension Cypress support command dot js. So you can use this JavaScript Cypress dot commands, add login username dot get username type user, get password type password, get button type submit dot click. Next is synchronization. So Cypress automatically waits for DOM element to load, action to complete. You can add explicit wait if required. So how we can do that? Cypress.wait. It is like sleep thread.sleep for 200, right? So in same way, you can use the explicit wait. Uh, Reporting debugging, you can add explicit waits if necessary. Cypress.wait 2000 wait per second. HTML reports use Cypress plugins like mock, mock awesome. So for this, you can use npm install mock awesome save dev. Add the plugin in the configuration reporter equal to mock awesome, and then you can use the reporter options, reporter directory, override false HTML JSON. Uh, so for debugging, use the cypress.pause to stop test execution at the specific step. You can use cypress.pause, and then it will be a debugging point. You can debug after that. Continuous integration. GitHub actions. Add ci.byml file to GitHub and workflow. So this is the ML file by AML file, and this will allow you to use the add in the GitHub. Next is Jenkins. Add a Jenkins pipeline script to execute Cypress tests. Then practice projects. So again, you can automate a login page, test invalid and valid credential, validate error message and successful login. E-commerce checkout, add the item to the cart, proceed to the checkout and validate the total. Dynamic element, automate a new website with infinite scrolling or Ajax loaded content. So it will help in the Cypress. If you want more uh, on Cypress or end-to-end step-by-step installation till creating simple project, you can just comment out. I can create one video for Cypress also to understand everything from scratch. Next is Appium. Appium using Python. So like Selenium, Appium is also an open source automation testing tool, but for mobile application using mobile JSON wire protocol. Appium allows users to write automated UI tests for native, web-based, and hybrid mobile application on both Android and iOS. Appium is effectively split into four parts. Appium core defines the core API drivers implements connectivity to a specific platform. Clients implement Appium's API in a specific language. Plugins change or extend Appium's core functionality. So these are the four components. So these are the four components which can be used in the Appium. Next is why use Appium. So cross-platform support, write tests that works on Android and iOS. Language agnostic, supports several programming language including Java, Python, JavaScript, C Sharp, and Ruby. Real device and emulators, supports automation on real mobile devices as well as emulators. Open source, free to use with a large active community for support and contributions. Flexible testing can automate tests for mobile web applications, hybrid app, web view plus native component and fully native application. Interaction with other tools easily integrated with CI/CD pipeline, testing framework, TestNG, JUnit, Mocha, and cloud cloud services for device forms like source lab and browser stack. Advantage: cross platform automation. Write one test script that works across both Android and iOS, saving time and effort. Flexibility, supports different programming language and integrated with integrates with the existing testing framework and CI/CD tool. Real device support, can run tests on physical devices and in emulators. Our simulators for more comprehensive testing, open source and free, completely free and open source with the contributions from a larger community. Limitation, performance, it may be slower than other platform. A specific tool like Espresso for Android or XQE, XCUI test for iOS due to the abstraction layer. Initial setup complexity, configuration APM with the required driver, mobile emulator, and dependencies can be challenging. Maintaining test scripts across multiple platforms may require extra effort to account for platform specific behavior. How to set up the environment, right? So step 2 is environment setup for Appium. So first you need to install the Java JDK, that is download and install JDK. So we go next, install JDK. So from here you can install the JDK, whatever is required for, right? Then yeah, you can install the Java JDK from here. Okay, next is download and then set the Java home in environment variable. So how to do that? So for that you need to search for the environment. This is the environment variable. You can go to this and you can add new variable here in the variable, in the user variable or system variable for the Java. I think I already added here, or path. This is for Python. Yeah, you can add here, right? Then yeah, Java home you will need to set here. So I don't have that right now. Mm. You need to create a new Java home. Then install the Node.js. We already installed Node.js for Appium, and then you need to install the Appium server using this Node.js npm. Install -g Appium, start Appium, and bash Appium. So it will install here, and then next is install Android SDK. Okay, so for Android SDK, you need to go to here again, developer Android. You can directly search Android Studio, Android Studio or JDK. Yeah, this developer.android dot studio. I think this is in the studio. So let's open the studio. Okay, this is the Android Studio for the Appium. Once you can install from here, you need to set the environment for uh, Android Home. Okay, next is iOS testing prerequisites. Install Xcode or on Mac OS, install for iOS. This is for the iOS. So install Xcode on Mac OS or install Libby mobile device and cartridge for device communication. So Xcode on OS. Let's search for that also. I am searching, you can find these things, right? Xcode of on Mac OS. If you are using Mac OS, or you can use for the Windows also. This is for not Windows. So if you are using Mac OS, yeah, this is the Mac OS. You can install from uh, app. Okay, this is for the app store, and then uh, Libby mobile device. So let's search for that also. Libby mobile device and cartridge. So this is also for the, see, cartridge is simple dependency manager. You can use include as in your Xcode project. Next is install the Appium inspector. So for Appium inspector, you can search for the Appium inspector. You can see it will come from the Appium inspector from GitHub Appium inspector. Yeah, this is the Appium inspector. You can download from here. Okay, next is, yeah, before going to next, you need to learn for the Python basics. So like variable, data type, then condition, then loops, and then functions, how you can create these things, right? Once you learn those things, you can use the Python. These are the basics for the Python to learn. Setting up the Appium for your project. So we need to install required libraries for Python. You can use pip install Appium Python client. Then folder structure, you need to use markdown Appium project test simple.py configuration capabilities.json, and then write your first Appium test, create desired capability. For Android, you can use this JSON, platform Android, platform version 11, device name, whatever emulator you are using, app, pass to APK, app.apk, automation name, whatever automation name you want to give. Then next is for iOS, same JSON you can use the iOS with the platform name, iOS version 15 or 16, whatever version you are using, right? And device name, iPhone simulator. Then add path to app, automation name, execute test. Okay, write a basic test. So you can write like from Appium import WebDriver, function, test sampler, desired capability, platform, version, device, app, and then you can use automation name and then driver webdriver.remote. This is the URL for this, that comma, desired capabilities, then perform action. You can use driver.find element by accessibility id login and driver.quit. Core Appium concepts. So locator, how you can find the locator by ID. You can use same. It's similar to the Selenium, but Selenium is for web and Appium for the mobile. So you can use ID, XPath, and then you can use by accessibility ID. So like by accessibility ID login button, then actions for tap, you can use driver.tap, then sweep, swipe. If you want to swipe right, you can use driver.swipe. Then scroll, you want to scroll in the app, the driver.scroll. Actions, then uh, okay, assertion for validate app behavior, use assertion, assert driver.current activity dot main activity. How to handle the advanced scenarios. So for advanced scenario, mobile gestures, perform gestures like pinch, zoom, or long press from APN driver dot command dot torch action import torch action equal to torch action dot long press element release and perform. Switching context, handle hybrid app, web plus native. You can use for the context. You can use a file for file upload driver dot push file, push underscore file. For the synchronization, for implicit wait, you can use directly driver dot implicit wait. For explicit wait, based on the same Selenium, how you can use, right? And then test framework integration. So using using PyTest, install PyTest and test example. Import PyTest from Appium, import WebDriver, PyTest picture, definition. This is the function driver, desired capability driver, WebDriver remote, and then yield and driver.quit. So PyTest can be used for the any kind of test framework integration because we are using Python. And then next is you can use the login test login, then driver.find element ID, username and password, and then login button, right? Next is continuous integration. So GitHub action for Appium, Add a CI pipeline to execute tests on Android or iOS simulators. Jenkins, configure Jenkins to start Appium server and run tests. And if you want to practice projects right, you can use again e-commerce apps, application, automate login, add item to the cart and validate the total. Banking app, you can test fund transfer with a different input combination. Hybrid app, automate switching between wave view and native view. So these are the some basics from APM using Python. Next is Puppeteer, Puppeteer using JavaScript. So what is Puppeteer? So Puppeteer is a Node.js library that provides a high-level API for automating Google Chrome or Chromium through the DevTool protocols. It is widely used for web scraping, automated testing, performance monitoring, and generating PDF or screenshots from web page. Puppeteer offers full control over browser, making it a powerful tool for browser automation tasks. It acts as an headless browser automation tool that lets you interact with web page programmatically. By default, it operates in headless mode, meaning it run without a graphical interface, but it can also control full browser instance with UI. Why use Puppeteer? Web automation, automate repetitive tasks like some missions or navigation, end-to-end testing, write test script to validate user interaction and application flow, wave scraping, extract data from website, dynamically rendered with JavaScript, performance testing, measure and analyze website performance metrics, PDF and screenshot generation, create PDFs on or screenshots of web pages for reporting and documentation. Key features: headless or non-headless mode, operate both in headless and faster execution and full browser mode for visual debugging. Precious browser control, programmatically navigate, click, input text or more. Built-in JavaScript execution, evaluate scripts in the context of browser DOM. Network interception, monitor and manipulate HTTP requests and responses. Emulation, simulate mobile device geolocation and other browser behavior. Accessibility testing, inspect and validate accessibility features on web page. Setting up Puppeteer. So for that you can use install Node.js, download and install Node.js. We already done that. Install Puppeteer. So how you can do that? After installing the Node.js, you can use this command in the npm mk directory puppet project puppet initialize install Puppeteer. Then learn JavaScript. So basics, you can use variables, functions, and then synchronous bait. So Puppeteer operations are asynchronous, no mastering. Asynchronous await is crucial. So you can use like asynchronous function, fetch data, let data is await, and console.data, log console.log data. Writing your first Puppeteer scripts, write the file name test.js. You can write like this: constant Puppeteer required, constant browser await Puppeteer launch, page await browser dot new page page dot go to httpl dot example dot com, console dot log await page dot title await page dot browser dot close. This will be the asynchronous process. And run the script, you can use node test.js and you can run test. Core Puppeteer features. So page navigation, await page dot go to example dot com, wait until new work. So interacting with elements like clicking, await dot page click, and you can pass the button name. Typing, you can use page dot type input name equal to username test user. Selecting drop down, you can use page await dot select role admin. And then assertion for verify page content, you can use constant text await page dot eval h1 is await.text content expected whatever is coming, right? Then a screenshot await.page screenshot, you can give the path, PNG and full page. PDF generation, you can use await.page.pdf, it will generate the PDF format. Okay. Handling frames, advanced, yeah, advanced Puppeteer techniques. So handling frames, you can use constant frame, page.frames.find, frame name. You can pass the frame name, await frame.click. Then intercepting network requests, you can use page await page.set request interception page.on request. If request is resource type equal to image, request about else continue, right? Then handling alert, you can use page on dialog asynchronous dialog console log dialog message await dialog dot accept. So alert, instead of using alert, you can use dialog. Keyword and mouse event, you can use page dot keyword type page dot mouse click. Next is synchronization. So Puppeteer automatically wait for the element to load, but you can use manual waits if needed. So wait for selector, you can use page wait for selector visibility equal to true. Wait for timeout page dot wait for timeout, wait for 2 seconds. Wait for network idle, so wait for navigation, wait until network idle. Okay. Ne Next is running tests in headed mode. So for debugging, launch the browser in headed mode. You just need to use browser equal to await puppeteer.launch headless equal to false. If it is true, it will run in headless. Test framework integration using Jest with Puppeteer. Install Jest and Puppeteer Jest preset. You can use the npm install Jest Puppeteer, and then configure Jest, add Jest Puppeteer.config.js file. You can use module export, launch headless true. Then test framework integration. So if you want to write a test, create test example test.js, and then run test using npx jest. Then debugging. So enable dev tool, constant browser await Puppeteer launch dev tool equal to true. Pause execution, add debugger in your code and run with node hyphen inspect hyphen break brk. So debugger you can use view log, you can use console.log for debugging. And next is continuous integration, GitHub actions. So at the .github workflow CI/YML. So this is the YAML file. You can use this for the GitHub. And then next is steps. You can use the action checkout, setup node, and then Jenkins add a pipeline to run Puppeteer test practice projects. So you can use the e-commerce website, or you can for form testing. You can validate multiple step form for data input and navigation. Scrapping, you can extract product prices and stores them in the CSV file now. Yeah, so this is the Puppeteer using JavaScript. Next is UI.Vision. So introduction. UI.Vision is a powerful open source automation tool designed for web-based application. It is a browser extension available for Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox that allows user to automate repetitive tasks such as testing web application, scraping data from website, and performing complex web interaction. UI.Vision offers a simple interface for creating, executing, and managing automated workflow, making it suitable for both developers and non-developers alike. UI.Vision is a RPA, robotic process automation and test automation tool that is highly focused on UI automation. It allow user to record and play back their actions in the browser to automate web testing, web scraping, and form filling. Uh, its functionality can be extended using K2, a scripting language, enable advanced workflow and complex logic. The tool is often used for browser-based test automation, offering features like image recognition, visual scripting, and command-based execution. It integrates well with other popular automation tools, Selenium, Appium for expand capabilities, and it supports both web automation and desktop automation tasks through its desktop extension. Why I use UI.Vision? Browser-based automation automates web application directly in browsers such as Chrome and Firefox without needing additional programming knowledge. No coding required, offer an easy to use record and playback feature, making accessible to non-developers for basic automation tasks. Cross-browser testing works with both Google Chrome and Mozilla, allow user to run tests across different browsers. Integration with Selenium UI Vision can be integrated with Selenium for more advanced automated web application testing scenario. Customizable scripts advanced users can write script and using JavaScript, HTML, and K2 script language to add logic and customize workflow. Visual scripting support a visual scripting interface which makes it easy to create and manage automated tasks. OCR optical character recognition. It can be recognized text with an image, allowing for image-based automation tasks useful for tests that involve dynamic content. Screen recording and playback. It can record and replay user interaction with web application, allow for repetitive task and automation. Web scraping automates the extraction of data from website, making it an excellent choice for web scraping task. Key features: record and playback. So user allows to record and their browser activity and replay them for automation, making it easy to create automation script without writing code. Scripting support the user of Car2 scripting language for creating complex automated workflow and adding customer logic to test scenario. Cross browser support work with both Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, ensuring compatibility across popular browser. OCR optical character recognition can recognize text with an image or other visual element on the screen, useful for automating tasks that involve dynamic content. Advanced automation capabilities includes support for interacting with web application, handling web form alert and dynamic elements. Desktop automation also includes desktop version which allow user to automate tasks outside the browser such as interaction with desktop application and managing files. API testing and integration allows user to automate API testing through HTTP request, facilitating interaction test and backend testing scenarios. JVS, CVS and JSON data handling. So the tool support data-driven testing with CVS, CSV file and JSON files, enabling the automation of tests with different data set. Step 2 is setting up the UI Vision. So you install UI Vision RPA. So add browser extension on Chrome, Firefox or Edge from the Vision website. So just go to the UI Vision, UI.Vision. This is the website. Yes, you can go to this and get Vision free. Install module, open module, add browser extension. So you can add, if you click on this, it will add the browser extension to your, see, this is the for Chrome, this is for Edge and this is Firefox. Once you click on this, it will add to the extension. And if you go to the extensions, manage extension, so here you can get this UI.extension, sorry, UI.Vision. It is not installed, but if you install from here, it will directly go to this link, goes to Chrome. If you click on this, see, it came here, right? And you just need to click on add to Chrome. Next is install dependencies. It is optional. For desktop automation, install UI.Vision X module for desktop and file system. So I can show you that also. Not here. If you go back, so it is showing here, right? This is the X module. Download and install X module page. Then familiar yourself with the UI. So component for this test shoot macro manager, that is organize your test as a macros similar to the test cases. Command editor, you can write and edit test step. Log area, you can display real-time execution log. Play buttons, run individual commands, macros, or entire test shoot. Then creating a first test, clicking on browser extension icon to open the UI.Vision interface. Let me show this if I can install. Let me add to it. So yeah, just add to this in the add extension. Yes. Okay, now it is added. I just want to showcase you the this yeah. Close this. So I think installation is already done. Yeah, we already installed here. Okay, now okay, this is the way UI. Okay, now next is creating your first test. Open UI.Vision. Click on the browser extension icon for open to open the UI browser extension icon to open the view UI.Vision interface. So go to the extension. Let me close this first. Why it is not opening? Okay, this is the ID. Okay, so this is the ID for this. It is using the macros, right? This is the folder structure. You can see AI beta core, everything is there. Then next is click on browser extension icon to open. So I already opened this. Record the test, start recording, click record and play. So this is the record. If you want to record wave recording, only work normal browser, other page please use desktop automation. Okay, so this is just the extension. Then stop recording, click stop when done, run the test, click play to execute your recorded macro. Key commands. So basic commands, click command, you can use plain text command, click target CSS login button. Type command, you can use target CSS username, value test user. Assert test command, plain text command, assert test, target CSS welcome message, value welcome test user. Desktop automation, X click command, mouse click, you can use this. Then for typing, X type, OCR, extract the data, and then handling the synchronization. Wait command for pause, you can use plain text command pause value 300. 3000 for 3 seconds. Wait for element present. Then organize test structure, create a test suite to group related macros. Use the run macros command to link tests for end-to-end workflow. Error handling, you can use try catch block, use if a store eval command to handle the exception, like you can see plain if target leave blank. A screenshot on failure, capture the screenshot, error image path. Running tests in bulk, options, play loop, execute the macro multiple time by specifying the loop count, command line execute, use the UI.Vision command line to run tests uh, like this UI.Vision macro equal to test suite name. Then integration with the programming language, Python example, install Selenium execute IO Vision macros via Python. So how to do that? Driver, Chrome extension, UI.Vision.html macro. So you can record and play and you can run that in Python, Selenium. Practice scenario, login test, you can automate login into a website, verifying the web message, home submission, automate filling out and submitting multiple step form end-to-end test, automate an e-commerce workflow, login, search, add to cart and checkout, continuous integration. Using command line execution, add UI macros to CI/CD pipeline by calling them via command line. So that's finish UI.Vision. So in this video, we have seen all 6 different UI automation tools, and if you want detailed detail of any of the automation tool like Selenium, Appium, Playwright, or UI.Vision, right? So just comment on my video or mail to me. So I will create another different video for different tools to for the detailed configuration and everything from installation to execution, like from scratch. So I will create a video for different videos for different tools with whole learning whatever you want. Just comment on the comment on my video, so I will create a detailed video for that. I hope you like my video. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.